And we're live! Welcome everybody once again to Quest and Quill Facing the Frontier. This week's episode, a knock-knock joke. So, everybody knock knock?
Knock knock.
Who's there?
I guess you're about to find out on this week's episode of Quest and Quill. But on last week's episode, we left off where the party split up. Aslan and John heading to a seedy tavern while the other three, Leone, Saul, and Havel, tried to return to the scene of the crime to further investigate Thalamir's mansion. Though, they were ill-prepared to face what was coming, and as a result, the party encountered further setbacks and was forced to reunite as they fled back to John's mom's place. John and Aslan, in the meantime, had a meeting with an old friend. And we could say an old flame. How's that? By that I mean someone who flamed them in the past, who gave them a bit of information and perhaps a new quest. So, with that, they returned to John's mom's place to meet up, get their plans together, finally finding a source of the dead man's drink for their new companion, allowing Leone to meet the party again for the first time. Now, as they sit in John's mom's tiny little apartment, a rapid knock at the door. And the party needs to decide what to do, quickly and quietly.
I
said open up.
I am gonna switch into my clothes, my blue coat uniform that I got from Delta, and I'm gonna take off my mask and everything. Nothing about Thalamir. I'm just going to do some generic face. And I'm going to be a little bit.
At least a minute to change your outfit, if I'm not mistaken. By the rules, it's a minute, right?
Yeah, doffing and donning. Yeah.
Yeah. In the meantime, what are the rest of you doing?
Saul is going to take Miss Morello upstairs to the balcony. Does she have a back door to the house? I mean,
there is a back door that leads to a shared balcony.
Okay. He's gonna say, I'm gonna let John and them handle this. Let's get you out of harm's way.
And I kind of motion Leone to follow.
Why don't we stay and fight?
I take Leone's slips and I pinch them together
John would motion them, and he would go with everyone else to the balcony, and then John would get up there, and then he would say, "Why is Mom hiding? She's supposed to be here."
I thought we wanted to get her out of the city.
Yeah, but there's people at the door right now, and I don't have the power to fly us away.
Okay. Well, if you want to have her answer the door, I guess we can do that. I thought we'd just slip away.
No, that's okay. We can always come back if we need to help her out.
All right.
But I think she should answer the door with Havel. It'll be
Okay.
weird if a blue coat just opens the door and the place is empty.
Sure.
Okay.
Well, go on.
Go on, Mom.
Alright, little-
I'm sure you know what to do.
She makes her way to the door.
Hopefully, I'm
Havel.
dressed by then.
Yep.
And if there's like curtains for the balcony, he would like close them.
Yep.
I don't know what type of opening it is.
Indeed, there are.
Yeah, he would draw the curtains then.
At the door, she looks at Havel, now changed, a different face. And she's rather surprised. But she slides the chain, opens the door slightly so that Havel can be seen through the slit, and she pokes her head through. On the other side, you see a blue coat. He's familiar to you, and he's alone. He says, Miss Morello, you didn't hear it from me, but there's a troop coming down the road. I got here as fast as I could, but you got maybe 10 minutes. They're gonna ransack the place. He looks at Havel. You didn't
Like-
see me either, and I didn't see you.
All right.
Good day. And he turns to walk off.
Did we hear that upstairs?
No, I'll get you guys, and I'll run upstairs and I'll let everybody know. Coast is clear. Tell them it's like, I think was I there when you went to visit your friend, John? Or was it just you?
I don't remember. I think.
It was just
everyone
me
was there.
and John.
Oh, okay. No, I think he's talking about when we went to go see the blue coat, right, Tom, at the
Yeah.
barracks.
Your childhood friend.
Uh,
No,
yeah, I'm gonna assume everyone was there.
yeah. I say, hey, your friend. He came over and gave us a little warning. We got 10 minutes to skedaddle.
Tom, all reliable. But all right, they're gonna turn this place inside out. We should probably clear it of any valuables, Mom. If you can pack your bags real quick, that would be ideal. Here, you can just throw it all into here. I guess.
Before you've even said this, as Havel was running to get the information, John's mom has started pulling through the bottom of her cupboard, pulling through clothes, and as you show her where to stash it, she pulls out a small little box. Seems rather innocuous, just a wooden box made of, plain planks. And then she opens it, and there is coins, and a couple of notes, a picture, and pictures. She says, John, this, and she slams it again, looks at all of you, and then she just puts it into the bag.
Anything else?
She grabs the box from the cupboard where she got the dead man's drink flask from. She goes, I guess this too. And then she opens up the cupboard and gets a couple of bottles. She has at least 2 fine bottles of whiskey. And a couple of other various bits and pieces. These are not... They have sentimental value. She starts handing them over.
Of course they do, Mom. Now, do you have any spare cloaks that you can lend us? Help us hide our faces while we move to the next safe house?
She rushes around, starts frantically getting you guys whatever you guys want, but she seems rather shaken.
It's gonna be okay, Mom. Let's go to the madams. So, once they're ready, they would try and sneak out and make their way to the madams.
The last thing John's mom does before you all leave through the back entrance, because she's not going out the front door, she thinks that's a very bad idea, is she opens the chain, unlocks the door and then slightly opens it. And then as you look at this weirdly, she looks around and she goes, I'd rather not have them break the door.
Good thinking, Mom.
And you guys can leave and head to the Mad Madams. As you do, I would like to select your stealth roll, please.
All right.
As there are troops of bluecoats, doubled up from their usual patrols of 2 to patrols of 4, marching up and down the streets.
Do we have advantage with the cloaks?
And also, DM, and I'm going to ask the group, do you want me to go out in the open, try to guide you, or do you want me to stay stealth with you guys, since I'm on a blue coat?
I don't know. I'd say
John says you should probably walk separately from us.
Yeah,
If
yeah,
we get found, then you can help us break us out.
Exactly. All right. So, DM, I'm kind of walking like on the side, and and pretend I'm looking through the alleyways looking for them.
I don't want to be walking with the group.
Oh man.
Well, because I ratted them out, you know, and like I'm not one of the suspects being looked for. So I'll walk a little separately.
Technically, we don't know that.
Full memory and control of the situation, all things considered.
What's that?
Do you have full memory of that situation and/or control of it? You know, for the understanding of everything.
That was the last game.
Yeah, right.
Before I did remember that I did
have
those
the
things.
dead man's strength.
Yeah. I'm in full control.
Okay. Yeah.
And also fearless. Like, think of cocaine.
Cool. Okay.
Officially screwed on YouTube. 12 minutes in, at least it wasn't the first 10 minutes.
Damn.
So is Leonie stealthing
Leave
with
it
us?
out.
No?
She's stealthing separately.
Anyway.
She's not being very stealthy at all.
Did anybody get below 10?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
me.
Am I rolling as well? No,
Did
right?
anybody get below a 7?
I got exactly 7.
Yes.
Did anybody get a 4?
Yeah, I got a 4.
4 is the lowest?
Yeah.
Leonie, walking separately, the blue coats look at you. They look at your strange demeanor. You over there, what are you doing?
Trying to find the pub. Is it open at this time? Deception, I guess. I don't know.
Roll it. The rest of you are able to get away. Make your way to the madams.
I go to the blue coats. I was like, what's going on here?
Oh wait, I got a 17.
Hold up just 1 second, because I rolled a 17.
Fuck. Totally.
However, blue coat charisma.
Oh,
Blue coats
what?
have a charisma stat.
It's negative?
It's not a positive charisma stat.
Oh,
Oh.
okay.
They do not have average charisma. They have -1 charisma because nobody likes fucking blue coats, right?
Okay.
And
Good.
And actually, I don't know if this pertains to like military, but I do have a trait that affects like the haunted one. So it says those who look into your eyes can see that you have faced unimaginable horror and that you are no stranger to darkness. Though they might fear you, okay, commoners, I don't know if they count as commoners, will extend you every courtesy and do their utmost to help you unless you've shown yourself to be a danger to them.
okay, he still looks into your eyes and he sees this.
I need a drink for a reason.
Move along, move along.
So she hurries along.
John's mother enters the Mad Madam's first. Mad Madam. Whoa! And he goes to give her a giant bear hug, lifting her off the ground, swinging John's mom's feet through the air. The rest of you ushered inside into the basement.
Well, John, what now?
Well, we have a seat, we have a drink, and we wait. I don't know about you guys, but although I don't sleep much these days, I'm pretty wiped out after last night's raid. It'd be nice if we could get some rest.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Hate to say, John, I agree with you. The past couple days, well, it seems like years, has been all fucked.
It's the price that we pay for those who presume to defend the colony. But it's okay. It'll all be worth it in the end. We're fighting for the future of the land and its people. But,
Yeah,
do your best to get some rest.
I
fight
could
will
use a
happen.
stiff milk.
I'm sure. Mom, would you mind getting us something to drink and to eat? It's not too much trouble. I think it's best if we stay hidden, just in case they hit the house again, or the Mad Madam's manor.
Yes, of course. Yes, absolutely. She's rather shaken, but having something to do seems to take the edge off a little bit. And you guys are presented with milk and snacks and dumplings and ale and half a bottle of whiskey with some shot glasses and a jug of mead and a loaf of bread and some fine butter.
So John looks at the milk, and then he like glances around and he pours some little bit of whiskey in it before he hands it over to Aslan. Says, "Here you go, buddy. Specially made."
Just like my childhood babysitter.
Oh no. I guess I'll chug it.
Hey, drink your milk.
Aslan chugs the milk. It has a woody taste to it.
Nice.
Sounds good.
And then we rest. And I guess during that time, while we're trying to get a long rest in, every hour, once John recovers his spell slots, he'll like go into a corner and he'll chant a spell while seated, and be seen lost in a trance each time.
And what are you doing with each of those?
He's targeting people that he knows. That would still be sleeping at this hour. And he'll probably target them with dream. And he would show Baygate, since that's the people that he would know. He would show a Baygate being flooded by a dark tide and destroying all the houses. And he would show a tentacle monsters coming out of the water and eating people in the streets. And then all of a sudden, a bright light, a bright green light, like a sun, just appears in the sky and pushes away the dark clouds and the water, and the monsters run away in fear. And then when they look at the large green light, John would be there floating with T-posing in the air, and his eyes and his mouth, there's like a green light coming out from them, glowing. And then it would say, "Seek the herald, seek the savior. He is your salvation." And then it would end.
Okay.
And where were the tentacles?
They were tentacled monsters coming out of the water, grabbing people and like dragging them into the dark waters.
Nice.
Nice.
All right. And,
As you do this,
okay, go ahead.
anybody else? Sorry. So what are you doing?
I was just going to ask him. He's just targeting people from Bay Gate. We want to see this dream. I want to psychoanalyze him.
Yeah, he would probably target like the people that he knew. Probably like lowlives, drinking buddies, drunkards. Basically like simple people. At least this time around.
Okay.
But he wouldn't be targeting the party members.
No, that's fine. Okay.
As long as they stay in line, you know.
All right then. I guess while he's doing that, during Saul's downtime, he would approach Leone. What is Leone doing?
She's praying, but not like you would see. She's like, her praying is like prayer and dance.
Oh, okay.
And there's no music, so.
Sure. Okay. So I guess he'll have a seat at like a table nearby. I imagine there's like a table corner or something.
Aslan, if Aslan's there, he would recognize this prayer and dance.
I don't know if it's just me, Nate, but maybe it's not because you're speaking, like your mic is next to you while you're speaking. Yeah.
There you go.
Okay. How's that?
Much better.
Okay. Okay, I guess he'll watch her for a minute. Would he be able to figure out what that is actually with his background or no?
Religion?
Yeah, no. Do you make a religion check? Exactly.
That's a 17.
This is some heresy.
Oh.
This is a beast folk cultist dance.
Do I know anything more than that, or is it just a very broad understanding?
Leonie, would you like to describe which one it is? What you're praying for specifically? What dance? What celebration you'd be doing? What your form of worship looks like?
So she'd be tapping and dancing around with her feet. Lots of like almost like jumping, and swaying her arms and hands around in a circle. And it would be on the northeast side, or northeast corner of the brothel.
Okay.
And humming. Should be humming since there is no music.
Sure. So he wouldn't know specifically like what the ritual is for or what it's about. He would just know it's like a beast folk ritual and that's it.
No, it would just be a like an average form of prayer. Like it's not it doesn't look like any specific ritual or anything like that. It's just like a celebration prayer, a good fortune prayer, just normal praying.
Gotcha.
But that's what praying kind of looks like.
So Aslan would recognize this as well, and just to further expand on it from what Leonie said, the average form of prayer comes in songs that do things like remember the ancestors, praise certain trees, sing songs about herbal remedies and plants that were given to us by the Earth Mother. All of these hippie things.
Yeah.
Though they do indeed have their own form of beauty to them, as they are on one part practical and another part prayer. And with the 17 and your background knowledge, you would know most of that, yeah.
Okay. He would wait for her to be finished, I think, before he says anything.
You'd be waiting a long time.
Is it a long time?
You'd have to interrupt her.
Okay.
she would.
Yeah, he'll interrupt her. He doesn't. I mean, he's not that respectful.
After like 30 minutes go by, you'd interrupt.
Yeah, I think 30 minutes goes by and he's like, okay. He'll say, where'd you learn that?
Oh, that's the neighbor. Say, from my tribe.
You were with the Beast Folk tribe?
Yes.
That's a little unusual, isn't it?
Aren't you a little unusual?
Sure, I'm just wondering what your just curious about your background. Most folks don't run with the Beast Folk unless they have to.
Well, I guess that's true. What are you asking?
I'm asking where you learned it, what tribe you learned it from.
I don't know if we came up with like the specific tribe name.
They were a sub-tribe of the Bloodfang.
Okay. Okay. It's a sub-tribe of the Bloodfang.
Okay.
I don't think you would know them. It's a very small tribe.
Sure. All right. Don't guess you want to get into it any more than that.
No. I mean, has Asan gone into explicit detail about his tribe and the things that go on within Beast Folk tribe?
He hasn't talked about it too much, but I know.
Because they like the privacy.
Yeah, violently so.
Yes.
As you say this, you can pan over to Aslan. He's just eating like a bucket of chicken, not staring at the wall.
That's exactly it. Oh my gosh.
That's why I got this little mic, man. That's what it's for.
That's scary. It's like ASMR or something.
The worst mukbang you never seen. I think I'm gonna start a channel, Troll Mukbang.
No, stop.
Oh, no.
Right now. Turn down on my volume. So what brought you to the tribe, I guess, is what I'm most curious about.
Well, I was traveling and I needed shelter and food, and they took me in.
They did?
Yes, they did.
That seems, I mean, Aslan's a nice fella, but that does seem a little out of character for the tribe as a whole to decide on.
Yeah, usually, from what I've heard, the Bloodfangs, they eat people.
Oh, good. You're awake, John. I thought you were in a trance or something.
Yeah, I was, but now I'm done.
But yeah, what he said rings true. I'm just curious how you worked that out.
Well, as you can see, I still have my slave collar on. So obviously for exchange, food and shelter, they enslaved me. But I look at it more as consensual servitude.
Oh, that's a
yeah.
slave collar? I thought it was just an accessory. Huh.
No.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to call it that, that's fine. I was an involuntary slave, so it's hard to wrap my head around it. But I don't know, this was good for you. You enjoyed that?
Yes, very much so. They took good care of me. All things.
Did you get
considered.
away?
No, I didn't get away. They let me go.
Why? Were you a consensual slave?
Well, yes, everything was consensual. Because I needed to get the dead man's drink.
Okay. Well, that's a nice segue into what I was going to follow up with. What's the deal with the dead man drink, and what is it doing with you in your deal specifically? I would like to better understand what we're dealing with here.
So, the dead man's drink makes you unafraid, basically.
Okay.
Just sounds like good old liquor.
It's more than liquor. It's stronger than liquor. It makes you feel like you can take on the world and anything in it. It's fantastic.
Sure. So, what's that? Fair enough. I understand what it does for you. I'm more trying to understand how it prevents your bad side from coming out.
Oh, I don't have a bad side. I'm very good.
Yeah, you're great.
Yeah, you
I'm
say
talking.
that, but then you went without this drink, and then you sicked the blue coats on us.
That wasn't me.
So that's
That wasn't me.
that's more what I mean. The other you, I guess. I don't want to be offended.
It's not another me.
It was just
There's
your
only
mouth.
one me. You're not making any sense.
So try to help us understand. What is it that's coming out? You're saying it's not you. Is it a entity of some sort?
Yes.
Okay, that's what I figured. But how did that happen? Do you know?
Well, yeah, who is this entity, and how do we get rid of him? I don't like him.
Good question. I don't know. That's part of why I left. To get Dead Man's drink and figure out how to get rid of him.
So do you know how he even got there to begin with, or did it just happen one day?
Yes, I was training with the Red Reverends, and one of the training sessions went south.
Training with the Reverend.
You were training with the Red Reverends.
Yes.
It just keeps getting better and better.
Okay. What? Unravel that for me. What was your relationship with the Red Reverends?
No, I was born into the church.
Okay.
I mean, most clerics, when you're found to be in line with the gods, they start training you part of the church
Sure. Okay.
to work for the church. And everybody knows this.
No, I figured.
Who do you worship?
I'm sorry.
Who do you worship?
I guess you could say Paylor, maybe. It's a little more complicated than that, though.
You see, Saul here, John says, lifting a shot glass. He used to be something of a Red Reverend himself.
And Leone backs up immediately. What do you mean he needs to be a Red Reverend?
You're not. He's turned a new leaf.
Yeah, I was taken in as an orphan boy, raised to be Red Reverend, as all Red Reverends are.
Dun, dun,
What happened
dun.
to you?
What happened to what?
What happened to you? Why'd you stop being a Red Reverend?
I couldn't deal with it anymore.
What couldn't you deal with?
Hurting people.
They do that a lot, don't they?
They do. I don't know. I've explained it to the others. I don't want to sound like just repeating the same thing over and over again, but I realized that the good I was doing meant nothing as long as I was a Red Reverend.
Havel is drinking on the side, and he's like, "Damn those Red Reverends."
Yeah,
So-
I got. So you weren't a Red Reverend. You were a working alongside them, some sort of
Yes. Not for very long. Once that session went south, they treated me like I was a sick patient, and eventually realized that they couldn't cure me, and then just cast me out.
I'm surprised.
Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't burn you.
I'm
Wow.
deeply surprised I didn't burn you.
I didn't let them know exactly.
So you say cast out, and what you really mean is you left.
I mean, a little bit of both. They
Sure, I was cast out too.
I mean, they cast me out more as like, okay, you know, I'm just crazy. In certain areas, I'm known as a stupid nickname, Looney Leone. So, you know.
So you didn't make the cut.
Basically. They didn't.
And then you went and got yourself captured by the Blood Fangs. And
I didn't get captured. I didn't get captured.
Oh. What happened? You just went to them, open arms, expecting
Yes.
wealth?
Yes. I have family history with good family history with beast folk.
DM
Sure,
can't do
but
insight.
you picked the worst kind. No offense,
Yeah,
Aslan.
no,
Beg your pardon.
roll your insight check, Havel. But I'm gonna do it like this because this is not based on me. Leone, depending on what his insight roll is, how much do you think he gleans from that? What's the undertone, you know? And Havel, what's your insight roll? Tell us.
What you want first? You want Leone to say her thing, or you want me?
No. First, you have to roll the insight roll because it's all dependent on that. If you roll a 3, then you get nothing.
Oh, 23.
Then you have just heard what you've just heard. 23.
Mm-hmm.
Leone, your family has good history with beastfolk. What does he glean? What is the undertone of your statement, if nothing else?
He can tell that she's speaking the truth, but also that not everything that she's saying is as beautiful and dandy as she's describing it.
I walk up to Leone and it's like, and I put a hand on her shoulder and I say, little lady, let me give you a little bit of my history. And I look at Saul. Those damn red reverends killed my mama. And that man over there, Saul Egress, was there when my mama died as his partner, burned my house with my mama inside of it. But after time, and talking with Saul, and see what Saul did, and what the others has accepted him for who he is now, not then. You're among friends. You're in a safe spot. Now, I'm not saying you're not telling us the truth, but you're hiding something and you're holding back. You're among friends. And you could be open and honest with us. So, is there something you're not telling us?
She looks at Aslan, and then she just shakes her head. No, I'm telling you everything that you need to know.
Look, what my friend here is saying, that we know that your story is not so simple. There's things you aren't telling us. And the reason that it's important that you do tell us everything is that we're out here basically fighting a war with an unseen enemy with
I do it every
that we
day.
don't fully comprehend. Yes, I get that. But we're allowing you into the fold as an ally. And how can we fully trust an ally that keeps important secrets from us?
I'm not keeping any secrets.
Well, I feel like we already established that you haven't told us everything. You basically admitted it already. So, like, why not tell us the full story? how did your family have good relations with the most violent beast folk tribe known in the colony?
Oh, well, if that's what you wanted to know, then that's all you had to do. Ask. Okay, so... One second.
Tension hangs in the air. For a second, the question lingers. So fat and lumpy that it could be cut by a knife. The silence ticks on for what seems like eons, as everybody is hung by the awkwardness and waits, choking for the answer. And as you're all about to snap, waiting impatiently, Leone answers with,
I'm trying to find the messages that I sent you about all this stuff. All right, I'm just gonna go based on memory.
Let's come up with something.
Yeah. So she says, "Well, my parents were assisted by beast folk when I was born, and that's really just that."
Well, I guess she doesn't know either, guy. She doesn't know either. But that's okay.
She is fairly new to us as someone who has kept secrets from the group. And
No, I told you.
sure, that look, I'm on your side. I'm saying they should just lay off maybe a little bit, but
I come up and said, I agree with the old man. It's not like Leone is not telling us nothing
yeah, we don't need to know everything, you know.
right away, at least.
I told you everything I know.
Sure. You don't know anything else about this ritual that they had you involved in? It seems like you would know a little bit more.
I made a 19 for persuasion. If anybody wants to cross-check that, but you see that she's telling the truth. She doesn't know anything else about her past.
Okay, we don't have to pry anymore, but I think
Wait, I still want to pry a little bit more.
okay.
Are your parents still alive?
Are my parents still alive? Yes, I believe so. I don't know. It's been a long time since I've talked to them. They also cast me out when I decided to no longer follow the church.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
The religious type, huh?
Well, I mean, yeah. We're all very religious. Small towns, you know.
Fair enough.
Do you remember the name of any of the Red Reverends that were there?
Did I? Did we?
Yeah,
What?
you do. Can make up whatever names you'd like.
Was it Father Redmond? That seems like something he'd be interested in.
I'll let DM decide that one. Father Reverend Redmond?
Very
Yeah,
well
Redmond.
could have been.
Father Redmond.
Very well could have been Father Edmund,
And
indeed.
the Red Reverend.
Redmond, the Redmond. That's a tongue twister.
Mm-hmm.
He's one of the very first ones.
Yeah,
That
I mean,
definitely seems like something that he could have been involved in.
yeah, a lot of reverends were called in around to help my situation, but none of them could figure out what was wrong.
But you said this all started because of a Red Reverend ritual, yes? Or was it the ritual where it all came to a head?
It was an exorcism.
Okay. So this happened before. Whatever happened to you happened before the exorcism.
No, after.
After the exorcism?
After the exorcism, yes. They claim to have killed it.
Okay.
But really, it just went into you, and you kept that secret to yourself.
I think so.
At least
I'm not really sure. I'm not 100% sure, but I think so.
Okay. So I don't know. We should. If the Red Reverends could have figured it out, that's not a great sign. But at the same time, they're usually pretty quick to burn people up. So
I figured if they ever knew that she had a demon inside her, they would either exorcise her or burn her. But it sounds like she was able to conceal most of the truth from them, at least for a while, until she left.
The exorcism was pretty horrifying. If it wasn't for the dead man's drink, I couldn't talk about it right now. But it was pretty horrendous, and because of that, they thought that with what they did, that they had killed it and gotten rid of it.
okay, so
I mean, the
they
person
needed your help
out
to
of
do.
was certainly destroyed.
They needed your help to do an exorcism, and that's when it happened.
I wouldn't say they needed my help, but
She was an assistant.
I was top of my class, and they wanted to rush my training, and it just went south.
Do you know the details of what it was you were exercising? Was it another person? Was it a location?
No, it was a person.
Okay. What happened to this person?
They were burnt to a crisp.
All right. So
That's not an exorcism. That's an execution.
yeah, that's not real. Yeah.
Well,
Difference.
that's the end of the exorcism. The demon was coming out, and nothing was working, so they just threw everything that they had at it.
Okay.
The body is, well, unrecognizable.
So they didn't give you any real details. They just wanted your assistance with the ritual.
Yes, like I said, rush training.
So we got a couple options here, John. We could try to find another cleric, maybe. Some priest folk take a good look at her, see if they can figure it out.
No.
Okay, I guess we can't do that. We could
that.
do. I've been looking to cross Father Redmond off the list for a while now, and I'm sure that he probably kept pretty good records on the exorcisms he performed.
Mm-hmm.
We could, if I could get a hold of that, we could maybe track down.
But he wasn't there for that exorcism. He came after.
Well, even if he came after, there would be a paper trail. That man loves a good paper trail.
Yes.
Depends on pushers.
I feel like
Well,
the more important question is, are we gonna exorcise the spirit from her? I could perhaps target it with my abilities, but not at least until I know what it looks like or know its name. I need more to go on.
Yeah, that's kind of what I mean. Is the stuff you're after that would probably be on file somewhere. Amongst Red Reverends.
I would like to interject, gentlemen. I do have an option B, but I don't know if John and Aslan wants to revisit that person. But we all go back to Delta and visit Haggy again. She did good the last time. And we already owe her. We might owe her a second time.
Who is this?
Oh, back in my hometown in Delta, there's a witch doctor out in the swamps that
She's
helped.
a rat hag.
Easy there, fella.
It's okay. She's not listening.
You never know.
As you say this, in the darkness of this dingy little cellar that you guys are currently hiding in, amongst all of the barrels and crates and misplaced pieces of wood, a single rat scurries on top of a barrel, and you guys hear squeak, 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 and like a rapid tapping to the point where you all look at this rat. And as you do, the rat stands fully on its hind legs.
Shit.
And then a moth sweeps down and it grabs onto the moth and
I
flies
throw
off
a knife. I throw a knife
into
at
the
it.
dark.
Yeah, I feel like
I throw a knife at it.
Make your attack roll.
I'll just do an unarmed strike.
No, you're making a ranged attack roll with a thrown weapon.
Well, I know that. I'm just saying that. Oh, you know what? That's a good point. I'll just use the pistol stats for it, and then I'll do because I don't actually have the.
Just
For some reason-
you can roll a flat d20 and just add your modifier.
Yeah, I'll just. I'm saying I'll use the attack bonus from a pistol, and I'll do the damage of a dagger.
All right.
Don't you have extra for your pistol though?
Huh?
Never mind. Just continue.
Okay, I got 12.
You throw the knife, and as you do, the rat leaps up, grabs onto this moth, glides down, disappears into the darkness.
I should have used my gun. I would have hit it with my gun.
No, please stop shooting within the city. But we're hiding right now.
Yeah, I know. I was just making a little joke.
And John, I honestly strongly suggest that you do not piss off Haggy once again.
Look, Haggy
He's
is the
very
least of our troubles.
I don't feel comfortable hiding anymore. I think we should move. This is why I don't talk about this.
Well,
Why
Leone,
should we move?
Because whatever that was now knows.
She's all the way in Delta City. We'll be fine.
she's in Delta, and I could kind of help. She could help out.
I'm not
She
talking
said-
about her. I'm talking about the rat.
But
The rat is Haggy.
she's like a rat witch or something.
Yeah,
I
she's a
guess.
rat hag.
She's a very, very powerful practitioner of the dark arts, and she can help you, Leone.
I bet we could take her.
If she could help me, then why did she just leave?
That wasn't her. That was
It
just
probably wasn't her. That's probably
one
one
of
of
her
her.
spies.
Probably one of her disgusting messengers.
Well, more like a spy because it left us no message.
Well, yeah, I mean a messenger to her. But yeah, sure.
You
The
see
message
Havo
was very
doing this. and
clearly. The message was very clearly squeak, squeak. I'm watching you, motherfuckers. Squeak, squeak. I'm out.
Yeah.
Peace out, motherfuckers.
Well, I don't like the idea of. I don't know. I guess.
How long would it take to get there?
To Delta?
Yes.
What? Is it a day or two on the train?
No, longer than that, I reckon.
But the problem
Is there a train that goes directly from Baygate to Delta City? There isn't, right? Because they were making
As
the
soon as
tunnel
the
to connect
tunnels-
to.
Yeah, as soon as the tunnel's done. But in the meantime, you guys don't know the current status of the tunnel. You haven't spoken to Ouija in a while.
Yeah, I mean, it hasn't been that long. I figured the tunnel is not going to be ready in like a month. Probably take longer than that.
Mhm.
I think since you guys interacted with Ouija being inside the tunnel and that situation going down, to not spoil anything from the past episodes, it's been maybe 2 weeks, 3 weeks max.
Yeah, so I figured no.
Yeah.
But John would say it'd take at least a week to get there. But
Wait.
yeah, that's not where we're heading. So I feel like that option's not on the table right now.
Oh, well, how much Dead Man's Drink do we have?
just whatever is left in my mom's flask. I hope
How
she's
much
not
that?
on that
Well,
as well.
you know what, guys? There might be a way to do this quicker. Aggie taught me something, a spell that she kind of shared with me. I'm
Really?
going to have to study up on it. It's called a teleportation circle, but I got to read up on it. I haven't done it in God knows how long, but I think tomorrow morning, if I get a good night's rest and read up on it, I think I might be able to do it. I'm not sure if it
Delta? Where else can you teleport us to?
I don't know. It's been a while. I gotta read up on it, but I think I could get us any word that I might be familiar with, or I might have another circle. I think I even could get it to 10, but it takes a lot out of me.
Wait, there's what kind of circle?
You know, it could fit there's a nice big light, and you walk through the light, and you walk on the other side, not dead.
We're seeing any type of circle like that in Tenton. Is there
No.
one in Delta?
I think Haggy has one.
Okay.
Like I said, do not piss off Haggy.
Look, I'm not trying to.
Squeak, squeak, squeak.
But you keep doing it. You gotta. If you trust me, you gotta trust her.
Look, she has 10,000 rats under her dress. For her to be offended just for saying that she's a hag, and I mean that in the good way, I think it's kind of on her at that point.
How do you mean that in a good way?
I was going to ask the same thing. How do you call someone a hag in a good way?
It's like when somebody calls me loony in a good way. There is no good way.
Well, she's not a normal person. I'm not saying she's a
I'm not
normal person.
You're saying she's literally a hag.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's not
John.
She's not fully human.
John,
So what?
you take 1 piercing damage as you look down, and your ankle has been bitten by a rat.
Throw a
I did
dagger
roll
at
to
it.
attack.
I throw a dagger at it.
Love it.
Well, John would pull out a dagger and try and stab it also.
Wait, what are you doing?
Roll attacks, guys.
I got a 21.
I'm going in the block.
How about just go to the corner, sits on a box, and just watch the show?
I guess what, acrobatics to block? I don't know.
I think that's like a fighter ability.
Yeah,
It's like a fighting style you could have.
yeah. It's parry.
How much damage is that, Soul?
Well, hold
Let
on.
me roll to find out.
Actions and
And John
combat.
as well. John, you 11?
Yeah.
Was that your?
There's an action.
I'm afraid 11 does not hit this rat.
I got
You would
8
usually,
damage.
with this attack, be able to strike directly down into it. It seems that the rat is more agile than the average rat.
I got.
Able to evade your attack.
Wait, he
but-
evaded my. Okay.
Soul, you rolled a 21?
Yeah, and I did 8 damage. I did max damage with my throwing knife.
The throwing knife seems to penetrate the small black body of the rat.
There's
And
an
as you guys,
There's-
sorry,
What do you
there's
say?
an action. There's an action called help. What is that?
Oh, you'd have to take
it
an
means you
action.
can give someone advantage on their roll.
That's
This would
what?
be like a.
You give someone advantage on their roll by
Oh, okay.
Anyway, as you guys look down and Saul's dagger slices through this rat that John has just missed, it explodes into black ash, spiders, cockroaches, and snails.
Gross.
Small flying bugs and flies burst where this body would be and dissipate into the scene. Saul, some of these flies come into your eyes, mosquitoes bite your skin, cockroaches crawl over your boots.
I scream like a little girl and fall backwards.
I'm playing laugh. What did you get?
As this rat dissipates into the air.
And
John
it's like,
would run over to Saul, and then he would chant some gibberish in a weird tongue, and then he lowers his glasses and he showers Saul in a soft green light, burning off the mosquitoes and the bugs, if possible, with prestidigitation by, like, quote unquote cleaning him.
Cool.
and
Yeah, no, I'm sorry about that. One of the things they would make us do is we'd have to sit in a dark room and throw knives at rats when they ran by. It's just a reflex at this point.
Yeah, that didn't make any sense because you said you didn't want to offend her, but now you're attacking her rats.
I didn't say I didn't want to offend her. I said I wasn't sure I trusted her, but I didn't get the word out.
Well, she's sending rats to bite us. If she keeps that up, we're gonna have to pay her a visit on that.
I think the rat only bit you because you called her a hag.
I do think that the language was a little strong there, John. I think you ought to be ashamed of yourself. And
like, you never met this woman. She's small, dark-haired. She has a raggedy dress with.
I'm looking around. I'm looking around for more rats while he's describing this unflattering.
What she looks like if she's helping you. I mean, God, the Red Reverends, they look immaculate, and they're the worst kinds of beings you can come across.
She hardly helped us.
Yeah, I actually haven't met her. That's the thing. Is
whoa. Havel hops off and says, and he goes up in front of John. It's like, you sure about that, John boy?
Yeah, what did she even do for us again? I can't even remember it.
The babies.
Babies. You have baby, John?
You fed her a baby?
No, not my babies.
Those,
You're looking for missing children?
No. The porcupines.
Oh, yeah. Those babies.
The one that was comatose. The three of them that were comatose. You brought them back to consciousness.
That wasn't even for us. We were helping them out.
Now, hold on. Nobody told me what happened to the porcupine cubs that I saved. She woke them up?
She woke them up.
She got them out of their slumber.
Well, John, be a little more respectful then. Jeez.
Yeah, but she's spying on us and biting us at
That's
us.
fine. She's a hag. That's what hags do.
That's what I'm saying.
They spy on people and all that. It's just in their nature. Stop.
DM, I'm going to smack both of them. Stop calling her
That seems like a
hag.
great way to get us back on
Stop
track.
calling her hag.
Guys, throughout this, I would say this is a long enough bit of roleplay that everybody could have had a long rest.
Oh, thank God.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Well,
You are welcome. Now, I hope everybody's ready for the last things that they want to do on before leaving the city of Baygate, because you guys have the rest of the day, as John has informed you. At the next dawn, you're expected to be on an airship leaving from the skytower.
Yeah, John would give Havel the magic bag and a shopping list and ask him to buy these things for him and the party, if he could. Would ask him to try and haggle for prices, save us some money if possible, and then to also go pick up Aslan's breastplate that we ordered.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think that's it for now.
yeah, that's he's gonna ask Leonie what her favorite food is.
What I don't know. What's the foods of the beast folk?
Lots of meat, basically. Especially the bloodfang. They like meat of every kind. They enjoy a good bit of meat sushi. You know, they like it fresh off the bone. They like it barbecued. They like it off their fellow companions because cannibalism is not even looked down upon amongst the blood flying.
Was there anything that was like known as a delicacy?
The only thing about the beast folk clans is that they don't eat fish or eels or snakes because they believe all of those things are snakes.
Okay.
Probably the biggest delicacy would have been something like,
Duck.
I don't know. I'm trying to think about it for a second. Anything that you capture or kill in like a hunt or like steal from another tribe. That was the biggest delicacy. It was always like, you know, a barbecued enemy or something like that, right?
No, delicacies are usually like a very rare thing for them to have. That very like rich
honey.
Honey. Okay, so
Honey is across the beast folk clans. Honey is traded as same as salt. Honey and salt are traded as commodities because it's difficult to find honey out in the wild and a ball ache to get.
okay, so her favorite food is honey. Oh my god, this is giving me like Pooh PTSD. Did you guys see that horror movie?
No.
Oh god.
I kind of want to watch it, but I loved Pooh Bear as a kid, so I don't know if I actually want to watch it.
Same. I didn't watch the whole thing. It's really bad, but it's a little traumatizing. Yeah.
Okay, well, I could probably make like 20.
Did not hear that, bro.
He's just muttering to himself. He's formulating recipes in his mind that he might be able to provide for the newest party member. And
you can get a hold of honey?
Well, sure. Sure you can. I can.
That would be amazing. That and the dead man's drink together, it would be all that I need.
Yeah, no, it's not too hard. You just fly in a kitchen as a bat, carry it off, and nobody's the wiser.
People have it just laying about in their kitchens?
Oh, sure. Better than sugar.
Well, this is true.
All right, well, I guess, Havel, where are you at? Did he already leave to go shopping?
Yeah, he should be back later.
Okay,
I have something. I have a favor to ask of him.
You might have to hold off on the honey-based goods then, because Havel will be the one to have to pick that up.
That's all right. I'm used to waiting for that.
Sure,
She's literally only had it one time.
Oh, okay.
Honey, you would have had more than one time, but it would be very special because it's
No, as a slave and as like not just any slave, but slave who gets treated differently. She did not get a lot of good things.
in your childhood, though.
Childhood, yes. I guess, yeah, childhood. But childhood memories are still like kind of hard to remember. They're a little iffy because of the trauma.
Understood.
So yeah, her best memories are from beast folk.
Is there anything else on anyone's shopping list that they would like to get before the end of the session?
Just that breastplate.
Okay. Well, I will send you the stats for a celestial breastplate.
All right, send it to me. It's gonna be on the WhatsApp or the Discord.
I'm just trying to double check.
Okay.
Let me give it to you on D&D Beyond.
Sure.
In just a second because I want to double check how it works. Sorry.
Absolutely.
No, my bad. I just want to make sure I do it properly.
No, I get it.
In the meantime, the last of what everybody would like to do before leaving Baygate, as Havel heads out into the city. John, what is the shopping list you've given to Havel, if you don't mind? Everybody, if you can think about what you want to do before leaving Baygate. Anybody you want to speak to? Anything you need to get? Whatever you would like to do.
Yeah, it was
John.
2 exotic saddles. He would try and see if he could expedite a foldable wheelchair that he could fit within the bag, if possible. If they could get it before the end of the day. If not, that's okay. And then beyond that, just like huh?
You'd have to commission it.
Okay. And then beyond that, just like random, mundane, like traveling supplies. More like he'd probably buy like a whole cask of whiskey, and a few bottles of tequila, traveling rations, ropes, lamps, random things like that.
All right, minus the appropriate amount of gold. Havel, you're out in the street searching for this.
Okay, and I'm going under the guise of Farnsworth Bigglebottoms again.
Okay. Throughout the streets of Baygate, you notice a slight tension in the air. There's a hum. There's a buzz. Seems that news is dissipated throughout the streets. And if you would like to give me a charisma check quickly, the first thing that you hear is that the blue coats are up in arms. They're starting to shut down the bridges and the canals in broad daylight. Something that hasn't been done in a decade at least. And that many of the other city guard are strangely missing and or being held up by the blue coats. Seems there is some sort of big shift, big change going on. What was your roll?
18 total. You talking about just straight up charisma check, correct?
Yep.
Yeah, and I had to burn a bardic inspiration because I think at 13 would have been too low.
So 18 total. There seems to be some sort of political power move going on within the city. It seems that there's some sort of disruption within the board, and there's a power play going on. The nature of it, you're not 100% sure, but what you do know is that not only is the city center locked down, but it seems the industrial districts and many of the ports and like trade areas have been closed down. Access to the Skyport should be particularly difficult, and you know that the blue coat guard has been doubled up. One thing you hear for certain is that a platoon has been brought in. The number of blue coats in the city has officially doubled overnight.
Shit.
I go to one of the blue coats and I say, my good man, what has happened here?
Move along, civilian. You have no business here.
Oh, I kind of palm a gold coin, and it's like, oh, let me introduce myself. My name is Farnsworth Bigglebottoms. Who do I have the pleasure of meeting? And I extend my hand, kind of like this, kind of like wanting to shake his hand.
He takes your gold coin, shaking your hand. He goes, Private Awesome. But civilian, if you want my advice, I would stay inside the next day or two.
Well,
Not a good time to be out on the street. Make sure your family has some food.
I was trying to do that and also pick up some other supplies. But how can I do that if I am going to be a prisoner of my own home?
I would hurry. Stay away from the center.
We'll heed your warning. Thank you so much, kind sir. Private?
You want food? Go to the merchants. The merchants bazaar. There's that is the place, but don't come anywhere near the center, especially the canals. Avoid the canals.
I'm just curious, Private. What have you heard? I'm just a curious mind.
Listen, I cannot say much, but this is what I know for certain. There is something strange in the canals of the city, and it has been deemed by the colonial authority that the board is no longer capable of protecting the colony's interests, and now we are here to do so. Do you understand me? You take my meaning, sir.
I do. You know what? I will heed your warning, but I think it's so dangerous here. I want to get my family out of the port. Is the skyport still open that we can leave?
No. The skyport is locked down. There is no one coming in or out. You see, and he shows you the edges of the city, where you guys know the balloon watchers. You know, the giant balloons that you guys have seen on the perimeter of the city, as I described as you guys were walking in. You notice half of them are down.
Oh,
There's about half of them on the horizon that you'd seen before.
okay.
And it's there's definitely been a shift. The skyport seem to be 2 airships currently docked, and 1 in the sky.
Okay. I pat the guy on the private on the shoulder. Thank you so much, and that was very informative. Everything that John gave me to pick up, can I get it in the trade center?
You'd have to commission the wheelchair, as I explained to John before the session.
Okay.
The other 2 things were the exotic saddles. Those will cost you a pretty penny.
Okay.
And depending on exactly the type of saddle that you're trying to get, in the list of you guys know the list that I sent you.
Mm-hmm.
It will be the expensive price for the exotic saddle, not the standard price.
Okay. And Aslan's armor is in that area as well, right?
Aslan's armor is in the industrial quarter. That's one of the first places that you guys went to. You're able to make your way there.
Mm-hmm.
It seems that there are riots going on. And what you notice is that heavy smog that usually hangs over the entire east side of the city has halted. And the factories seem to be off. And as you approach, you hear a vague rumbling din in the distance. And while you're picking up the armor, which you're able to do, you can collect the armor.
Mm-hmm.
You are told that you should move because apparently, at least part of the industrial east side of the city is up in protest against the colonial authority.
All right. I collect Aslan's armor. When I'm in a good hiding place, I shove it in the bag of holding. Yeah, I make my way to get the rest of the stuff. John, was there any instruction in the folding wheelchairs that you want to commission? Take the time to commission it, or just forget it?
Nah, I mean, if we can't get it before we leave Baygate, then never mind. Because
Okay.
yeah, I don't think there's any good way to get a hold of it once we leave without coming back.
And is there a cap on how much you want to spend for these saddles?
I mean, I was looking for a regular price, which is 60 gold each.
Okay.
Yeah. They're going to be the expensive price on that list. The expensive price is listed next to it, right?
Wait, why is it expensive price? We're in a big city.
There's do you want to ask Cavill? Why they're more expensive?
I'll go.
Everywhere we go, everything's expensive. Just give us the quality price.
Inflation. If you haven't noticed, John, inflation follows us. Only us, and us only.
Then just buy one then.
All right.
Of all the supplies, it's only the saddles that are expensive. And if you ask why the saddles are expensive, they're being bought up as quickly as they're being made.
Okay.
I go to.
Oh, that's fine. No, you can get two. Screw it.
I go to the shopkeeper. It's like, good day, sir, ma'am.
It seems to be an old, fat, dwarf man with a fine, wispy ginger beard and a bald head. Says, "You must understand that my products here are of the highest quality, ma'am. I can't sell them for cheaper. If I could, I would, but I'm selling them as fast as I can make them. You must understand. My workshop is at a high degree. I've hired 50 other men."
I look at some of the wares. Do they have like a mining gear as well?
No, this is a leatherman's workshop.
Oh, okay.
The vague smell of urine and acetone is in the air.
Oh,
Pretty
jeez.
nasty.
I was like, looks, my good man. I got a mining operation near Tinton, and I might need some other leather works, other than saddles, of course. That I might need from you. Maybe some good, some gloves. And I'm not talking about 1 or 2 pairs. I'm talking about many, many more. Now, as of right now, I am gathering the manpower to do this operation, so I don't have the exact number of pairs of boots and gloves. But right now, I need these 2 saddles. Now, if you could get me at a very good price, you're going to be my main contact for these other leather goods. So,
Listen, sir, I wish I could, but the leather workery is operating at full capacity. There's just nothing I can do.
a couple of gold here and there can speak volumes about your business acumen.
Listen, when you come with a bigger order, I can give you a bigger discount. How does that sound, my friend? Now, if you don't mind, I don't have much more time to waste with you. You can give me a persuasion roll if you'd like to, but he's irritated.
Uh, 33. I kid you not.
33. You rolled a natural 20. Okay.
Wow.
Great.
You know,
Regular
30%.
Fine.
30% speaks volumes.
Regular price. Regular price. You can have them for regular price. And you can write this guy down in your notes as someone that wants to work with you in the future.
Perfect. I shake his hand and say,
You give him a name. And what name do you give him?
I give him Farnsworth's name. But I'll,
Bottoms? Okay.
and once in a while, I might send my protege, Havel, might come around, or one of his associates. But either I or my protege, Havel, will come by from time to time and buy your wares. Remember the names.
As I will. Now, if you'd have a lovely day, I believe I will too. And he shakes your hand quite vigorously and then proceeds to move on to another client.
I smell the hand. Does it smell like urine? Is it musky?
His hands? No, do you know what his hands smell like? His hands smell like rusty metal tools. They are calloused and hard and workman's hands.
All right. So as I go around the corner, same thing, into the bag of holding if I could possibly can. And and I started making my way back to John and the group as quickly as possible.
Okay, cool. Is there anything else that anybody else would like? So let's get this done quickly.
Yeah, I think
Leonie and John. Sorry.
John. Once Havel comes back, John's gonna ask a favor of him.
I give the bag of holding gently to John. It's like, I don't want the same problem like the last time, John. So here's your stuff. I'm not spilling shit. And I hold it to you.
You just gotta think of what you want to grab when you put your hand in it, and it'll come to you.
I go into the bag of holding. I think about it, and nothing comes out. It's like, nope, John. I guess you don't have it. I guess your bag doesn't have everything I want.
No, it only has things that you put in it, silly.
Ah.
If that was the case, I wouldn't have asked you to buy anything. I would just think of it.
I go to John and it's like, I got you a good deal, John. They were charging 5% above MSRP. I got it back down to regular price. How you like them apples?
Love them. I'll always take a discount.
But John,
yeah,
Bay Gate is a power cake of a city. I don't know what the heck is going on. All the ports are closed. The train is closed. I don't know what the heck happened here.
Well, sounds like a good moment then. I've been thinking, before we leave Bay Gate, there's one more thing I'd like to do. I'd like to address the people of the Downs, at least, as far as my voice can reach. Would you mind helping me with that?
I'll back up any plan, but what do you want to do, boy?
Well, I'd like to use my powers to fly above the Downs and deliver a speech to its citizens. And basically, the way to pull that off is when I go to use my power, I would give it to you as well. I would fly up above the Downs and say my piece before you fly up in disguise. Maybe make yourself look like an angel or something. And then you can teleport us away back to our hideout.
Okay. I will go into. I will ask Madam, and it's like, you got any clothing that will make me some of the angels? And I'll describe like any angel that in the pantheon of Paylord.
Yeah, there's like some kinky, skimpy angel outfit with wings.
Nice.
I'm not asking for Victoria's Secret.
That's what we were looking for.
Yeah, it's Victoria's Secret.
All right, I'll do that, and I will put a little bit of makeup on from what I can recollect what the Paylord angel would look like, and dress myself to match.
Just so everybody understands, in this world, Paylor was a literal savior who came to literally save the world, and was literally a god fighting on Earth, not on Earth, on the world of on Ma, on the giant planet, the Mother Earth, to defend the race of humans and all of the other races, really, from the dark forces that existed in the long distant past. The angels of Pelor are literally giant, flame sword wielding winged figures who descended from the sky in balls of flame to vanquish swaths of enemies with slices from their ethereal blades. So when you say an angel of Pelor, you're talking like, yes, they have giant wings, giant white glowing wings, but it's the ones that are actually described in legend are more described as Valkyries of battle and vengeance and justice, and
Okay, don't worry. I got this. I will go in with the current visual, and I got this. Don't worry. I got this. John, you tell me are you going to be with me, John, or are you not going to be with me?
Well, John would they would like once it starts getting dark. I guess John would sneak out. He would say for you to cover yourself with a cloak.
Mhm.
And then he would then we would go to like an alleyway within Baygate or within the Downs, and then he would be like, "All right, are you ready?"
Okay, I tell John, can you does presentation? Don't worry, I cannot pronounce that spell.
Yeah.
Can it make me glow? Right?
Maybe. Let me see. I don't think it can make you glow, but it can do like sparks and sparkles or something like that, right?
Can you do 2 effects at the same time, or just 1 effect?
You can do up to 3.
Boom my voice, give me the sparkly thing. I'm going to add on minor illusion to make it myself look brighter. You know, when something's like so bright, it's like the visual is a little distorted, but you can see a silhouette. That's what I want.
Mm-hmm. Understood.
Okay, so John, I guess you tell me your speech and everything.
Yeah. So John would say, "All right, give me a couple minutes, and then once it sounds like I'm about to finish, just fly up, and then teleport us back to the Madman's basement, if you don't mind."
If you wouldn't mind, please would you describe how the scene goes down?
Okay.
As much as you'd like to. Theatrically, if you'd please. I know you're a good dungeon master yourself. If you were the dungeon master describing it to the players, please describe how it would look.
Yeah, so John would place a hand upon Havel's shoulder, and then he would say, "En shotavan ekutsama," and he would cast Fly upon himself and upon Havel. And then he would remove his glasses and tuck them away. And he would cast... actually, I guess he would just fly up. Actually, he would cast Thaumaturgy, and he would make his eyes glow green, just nonstop, a bright green. And I guess he would make his mouth like green as well. And then he would fly up above the Downs, maybe 100 feet in the air, like 30 meters. And then he would combine 2 casts of Thaumaturgy, 1 to make the ground rumble, 1 to make his voice 3 times louder, and then he would also cast Minor Illusion to make a green sphere just like glow around him to look like a floating. So people would see John like T-posing with a light coming out of his mouth and his eyes, just like how he was in the dream that he gave to the people. And then he would say, "Citizens of Baygate, my name is John Morello. Many of you know me, born and raised in our fine city. I speak to you as a friend, as an equal, and as a concerned citizen. Trouble brews within the colony. I am sure you have felt it yourselves. The dark news creeping ever more frequently into our lives. I'm afraid this is no coincidence, for a dark tide comes for us. The only way to ensure our safety is if we band together as the people of the colonies, its defenders. We are gathering in Tenton. I will be there when it is time. Be ready. Come prepared." And then he would wait for Havel to come in.
I will fly up. I'll come with my visuals, and I will. If I got terminology, I say, "Come, John. There's much work to do in the name of Paylor." And I will hug John from behind him, and I will do Dimension Door. I'll grab the shield, the shadow puppet of the Dimension Door, and I'll put it between me and John, and we will disappear. And you mute it, DM.
Yeah. Well,
To describe the visuals flying up in towards the dimming evening sky, just as Navy starts to overtake the sunset. Voice echoing over the downs. And now it is time to go. In a bright, shimmering silhouette into the evening sky. You guys return. Dimension Door back to the madams, or?
Yeah, to the madams.
get to the basement of the Mad Madams, our hiding spot.
You emerge there. For a minute. Less. What seems like some time drags on until you hear a vague, echoing roar from outside. And it seems that this has caused at least a minor disturbance.
Nice.
I say, John, I think it's time for us to say adieu to Baygate for the time being. To get back.
Yeah, but I asked Lily if we could wait until the next morning so we can be at our full strength.
I thought we were already at full strength. Wasn't it the following day?
At dawn the following day, the ship will depart. Whether or not you are on it. That was what was said.
But you said that the ship is all ports are closed out. No one's getting in and out.
It's an airship.
Airport is already closed too.
Yeah, the skytower is closed at the bottom. But
Look,
you still
I'm
know
sure we
there's
can
one
trust
ship coming
Lily.
in.
And if we really need to, we could always just steal an airship,
Okie dokie.
add it to our list of crimes. So, allegedly.
The ship that was described to you was the one that was coming in through the sky. If Havel would describe the ship, it was like a long, blimp-looking ship, seemingly with navy blue and silver on it. If those colors mean anything to anyone who's been taking any notes. And that was the one that was coming in from the horizon. In the evening, when you guys flew out, it would have been docked at the Sky Tower.
Right.
Don't worry about it. Look, Lily will get us out. But let's just enjoy this quiet time.
All right.
And then John would use the rest of his evening to keep doing the same dream on other people that he knows from the Downs.
You see Havel go back to his room and tries to practice that spell that he was mentioning before. Has like a small little notebook and just reading it, and you see him writing chalk on the floor. And in a small circle, and he's trying to make it work, and he's trying to move a cup of water from one location to another location, and exceedingly failing.
Leonie, sorry to interrupt. In the evening time before John, as John and Havel are out, could you please make me a roll
What kind of roll?
for the dead man's drink, as it has been 8 hours?
Has been 8 hours. Okay, so what is it? The con roll, right?
It is.
I think it is. to saving throw. Ooh, I gotta do good too.
It was.
It was a 10 that did not pass.
Did not pass.
Mm.
You're in complete control of what happens. John and Havel, you guys return to the Mad Madams. Begin. You proceed to do whatever you do, but Leonie.
Oh wait, no, it's not a con. It's a charisma. Okay, so it's like.
All not a pass though, is it?
Well, it's a different. It's not. It's. Let's see. 8.
It's still not a pass though, is it?
8 plus 6. Just shy.
Okay.
Just shy of a pass. Wait a minute. No. Even if I spend an inspiration point. Okay. Yeah, it's still not a pass.
If you use inspiration, you'll get to re-roll it. So you could pass.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it's just adding a d6. Okay.
It's the bardic inspiration, but no,
No,
you
it's a
do
reroll.
still have inspiration from winning it at the end of the session.
Yeah. So if you use it now, it's like being
It's a reroll.
Yeah.
It's reroll.
Yeah, or it's advantage.
Okay, so yeah, I will spend an inspiration point to reroll. Okay, I passed.
Yay.
That's the number I needed.
So, Havel, I'm sorry if I'm interrupting. What was the last thing you were doing as I returned?
You see Havel has this like little book. It's old and it's beat up, and when you do the overhead pan, it's stuff that he's written down, and you see like a image of a little circle, and with a lot of sigils in it, and he's trying to re-imitate it, and reading over his notes is like, and he puts a cup of water there, and he does another circle in another side of the room. He does it there, and he does the incantation. And he's like, what did she say? Duck, goose. He claps his hand. As you see the cup starts to shiver, and water starts to spill out, and nothing happens. He's like, ah, shit. I should have taken better notes. And he kind of dries everything out. And he does this repeatedly night over night as he's working on the spell.
Is it really a 5th level spell?
Yeah, it's my only spell.
Not bad. Okay, fine. Sure. I'll give it to you. You deserve it. You've earned it.
Yeah.
Yep. The only thing that I will say is this was same as Dimension. You learned Dimension Door. This is Haggy teaching you the full extent of using the weave of magic
Yes.
to literally manipulate the physical world and drag it and pull it. And what you do throughout the evening is basically expanding upon, your Dimension Door, which is a limited form of the same thing that you're doing currently, to drag yourself, pulling yourself right off of the plane of existence and then pulling yourself right back off before it leaves in a different thing. And before the morning, on the condition that you use that 5th level spell slot that you now have to learn it, you can learn it before the morning time while actually getting a long rest.
Okay.
Yeah.
And also, I'm sorry. One last thing, Leonie.
I was
What's
wrong.
it-
You were wrong?
I was wrong. So I was. It's a lot to read. It was 19, so I failed. It's 17, a different situation.
Can we just lower that DC? 19 is super high.
19 is super
It shouldn't be 19, it should be 16, no?
No, it says the save DC for Dead Man's Drink is 19. It's 17 when squeezing or becoming frightened. Yeah.
That's a higher DC than some legendary creatures have.
Yeah, I think you have to be at least level 12 to have a chance of beating it.
Yeah, I think we should lower
Yeah.
that. The story.
Let's tweak it down just a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
Yes,
not the
I
one
think-
that's also not the one that I remember either. Just saying.
Mm.
Because on the one that you sent me, that's the addiction save.
Oh, what? So what save are we talking about? I think we just came up with a number then.
I said 16. It's definitely
Oh,
not
okay.
19.
Okay.
Yeah. The one that I said for both of them, yeah, it was 16. Because
Okay.
remember, we've been rolling 16, not 17 for the charisma save as well.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Somebody get the shit.
And DM, as I think I'm coming close to figuring out the teleportation circle, I'm gonna work a shadow puppet of the circle as well, and I place it in the middle and do my own unique way of capturing the magic within that puppet. That's how I make my puppets. So it's the first glimpse on how I have these shadow puppets do certain things.
I love it.
So that's my collage.
You guys can do this. Before dawn, it is now 4 a.m., the early hours of midnight. You're all roused as there's a rap from the trapdoor above you, and it slides open. You see two white glowing eyes peek out. They say, "You're not
It's
a
just
dwarf.
you.
Are you awake?
Now we are.
You're not on board. The ship is ready for you."
All right then. It's time, guys. Let's go. John says
"You have an hour.
he grabs one of
By
the.
sunrise, it'll be gone." The door slams before you can answer back.
John would take his cloak that he got from his mom, and he would put it over himself and over his head. So he would carefully pull his hair back first, and then put the hood over it to try not mess up his do. And then he would say, "All right, we're all packed up and ready. Let's go." And then they would make their way towards the Sky Spire.
Eddie, there's TV noises coming from your end.
Yeah, I'm sorry. It's my dad watching TV.
May I ask how you're making your way towards the Sky Spire? Because as you step out of the Mad Madams, it is now after midnight. The curfew is in full patrol, and full troops of bluecoats, 6 men apiece, are marching through the streets, up and down every street, and it seems that they are marching with intent. You guys
what?
also hear from one of the girls in the house that it seems that the Smog District and the Downs have both been completely surrounded. Seems something happened just after dark in the Downs that caused quite a commotion. The name John Morello seems to be on everyone's lips.
Nice. So John's gonna pull them into an alley, and then he's gonna cast invisibility on everyone except Havel.
Okay.
I'm going to dress up as a blue coat.
Okay.
Then John says, "I can hold this for a while. Take your time. We'll follow you. Clear the way for us."
Yep. I dart in and out of the main street. I'm trying to gauge the position of all the troop movements and everything, and I'm going to duck into the alleyway. If anybody stops me and they say, "Well," I just tell them, "Hey, I was supposed to patrol the alleyways, see if there's any stragglers inside the alleyways. And
Yep,
that's like
okay.
my job.
Give me a deception check.
Raj.
Run.
26.
26. That's a great deception roll, considering I rolled a natural 20. And you're still able to beat it. I love bards. It's my favorite class. In case none of you had figured it out, that's my personal favorite.
Yes.
As you walk through the blue coats, indeed you're questioned a couple times, but your answer seems sufficient. One of them even goes, yeah, Lacabeza, keep up the good work, soldier. I'm glad you're doing such a good job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a shitty detail, but someone's got to do it, eh?
How far would you like to go? Because you're able to get to the edge of the trade district. On the bridge, there's a full patrol of bluecoats. 2 on the downside, 2 on the trade district side, and a sergeant standing on the bridge.
I'm going to go to one of the guards, and I'm going to try to palm a whistle from him.
Make a sleight of hand check.
Yep, I'm going to go to say, hey. I was like, hey man, how's the patrol so far? Any crazy shit? Yeah,
Well, nothing out of the ordinary. I mean, it's been pretty standard, right? It's a dwarven blue coat. There are some minorities in the blue coats. Just saying. So nothing out of the ordinary, but it definitely got us riled up, don't they?
I know. It's you heard that crazy shit that happened last night about some whacked out wannabe angel? How the fuck that guy got us up high?
And I don't know what you heard, but I've heard there was some sort of prophet. There's some new age religion going on. Not sure the details properly about myself, but I definitely seems something out of the ordinary.
Yeah.
Ordinary.
What kind of prophet name is John Morello? Sounds like a whack job. What a wackadoo. I
know.
Yeah.
What was your roll?
Again, I need to use Spartic Inspiration, but I got a dirty 20.
Dirty 20? You're able to get it off him. As you say this, and you get him off on you. Well, I don't know. I don't know, but maybe believing in something bigger than yourself is could be worth it. Not sure I believe in this uniform anymore.
Yeah, I hear you. Hey, anyway, it was good chatting with you. I'm gonna go back to my patrols. I'm gonna go away from.
Maybe we should listen to what he's saying. All right. Have a good evening then.
Yeah, I walk away. I'm walking away from John, and I I'm pretending I'm waving to the guy, but I'm kind of waving to John. And it's like maybe a mutual signal we had, like, give me a few minutes. You'll get ready to run across the bridge. So I'm going a little bit, about 3 or 4 minutes away. Then I'm going to duck into an alleyway. I'm going to start making a lot of ruckus. I'm going to toss trash cans, crates, or whatever. I'm going to start blowing the whistle really loud. And say, I yell out, Unit C needs backup!
Okay.
And then, unfortunately, I'm going to have to smash someone's window by mistake.
You hear a scream from within. And then you hear a baby start crying. And then you hear the rush of blue coats. And you guys see the sergeant start shouting. And as he does, 3 of the blue coats leave. There's one on either side of the bridge, and the sergeant standing in the middle now. It's less.
But it's doable.
What would the rest of you like to do?
I'm sorry. Did the blue coats clear from the bridge?
Half of them did, yeah.
There's one on each side and the sergeant in the middle. That's
There's one at
what
each
I heard.
side and the sergeant's in the middle. Yeah.
Yes.
I guess I would try and sneak past them.
Can you... Everyone who's trying to sneak past them with their invisibility rolls, give me a roll with advantage.
All
As
right.
you are invisible,
Okay.
25.
Let's see, where's my stuff?
Nat 20.
Nice.
Woo! With advantage, so I roll twice.
Yeah, you can also right-click it and then roll with advantage if you're
Okay.
on the browser.
19. But
19.
before I sneak past with them, I glare at. He can't see it, but I'm glaring at Havel for making the baby cry.
Havel's not even paying attention. Havel's in around the alleyway.
that would have been too far away,
The
unfortunately.
lowest roll was 19.
19?
Yeah.
You guys walk past the first blue coat, who seems to be agitated and looking around and walking up and down the edge of the street, but you're quite able to walk past him. The sergeant stands in the middle, and as you approach, he seems to look down the bridge, but he looks past you, not noticing anything that's going on the bridge. Then he stands on the edge, putting his hands on the railing, and he shouts, "Hey, you! Move down that way! Move down that way! Can you hear the commotion over there? Come on! Get into line, all of you! All of you bastards, move faster!" You can walk past him quite easily, as he seems to be shouting loud enough to stop any commotion. And as you approach down the other end to the last blue coat, you look down, and he seems to be pulling a small amount of something from a pouch, putting it inside of his lip, spitting it on the street, and he goes, "I was not ready for anything like this. Why did they even send me to the big city? I'm supposed to just be on patrol, man. Why would they even do this to me? It's just not fair. And you guys can walk straight past him without him even noticing you.
Nice.
As the last person, Aslan, I would guess, walks past, he seems to look in the spot for a second. He goes, "God, I wish I was anywhere else right now." And you guys can get away. What would you like to do?
We head to the Sky Spire.
As you guys head to the Sky Tower, you notice the patrols are more and more densely packed. You guys have now crossed the eastern bridge from the down to the trade district. You guys have to go, take a right, take a couple lefts, take a right again to get to where the Sky Tower is. And at the base of the Sky Tower, it seems to be, around the base of the Sky Tower is a large, building. First of all, there's a semicircled step that, the steps are giant steps. They're yards long, meters long. And, you walk up one step, then take a couple steps, then walk up the next step in a big semicircle leading up to the rectangular trapezoidal building. And as you walk up the steps, there are large supporting black marble pillars that support a huge roof of this building that seems to be the base of the Sky Tower. And as you look up across the Sky Tower, possibly the first time for all of you, even John, who's lived in the city, this is not a normal sight for anyone, really. The base of the Sky Tower, you notice that the building seems to be just the base. And it's almost as if some large black marble stone pillar rises directly from the earth into the night sky. It is significantly larger than anything else around it. The building at its base seems to just be a facade of a building. And as you approach closer and you're able to stop and marvel at the base of this, at the pinnacle of the stairs. It's this large semicircle stairs leading into the center. It stops at a semicircled courtyard with a statue in the middle. The statue seems to be a fountain with several small beautifully crafted gold, brass, bronze airships, all leaking water down a smaller version of the sky tower. And what you can see as you look up is it seems to be a spiral staircase circling this large construction and going off into the night sky beyond the point of where the lights of the city can see the base, to the point where all you guys can see standing in this, semicircle courtyard is a spiral of lights just leading into the night sky. And the only way that you could tell that there is some sort of end is the fact that you can see dots, lights, almost looking as dim as stars, that you know to be the airships docked at the top of the sky tower. And there amongst them is some flashing red lights, but this is so far above you. This is okay. A football field's 100 yards. What, 300 feet, 350 feet, something like that?
Mm-hmm.
It's at least 300 feet. It's like if you're standing at the base of the Empire State Building. This is truly like a skyscraper, like nothing else that exists on the continent. And you guys can see why it stands out so prominently in the skyline of the city of Baygate. Standing at its base, it is awe-inspiring and dominating.
Nice. You would climb up it.
Well, the first thing is that the doors to the building seem to be locked and heavily guarded, not by bluecoats, but by the ARC guards.
If DM, if you allow me, do I kind of join back with the group?
I would have presumed as the group were walking up invisibly, you as a bluecoat would have gotten past, and now you're standing somewhere in the courtyard as well.
Okay, I'm gonna look for
Is there? He would hear "Psst, over here.
It's like, hang tight, John. I'm gonna find a way. I'm gonna find a way to get the door open. I'm gonna use something called Open Sesame. I look around for like a crate or like goods. It doesn't have to be even. I'm
Here
just
at the base where you are. Okay, here at the base where you are, you're literally standing in a courtyard before a beautiful facade building with like large doors, and you know this to be the ARC offices. This is like one of this is like being at the doors of a New York bank, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're not government. They're just private. The private security for the ARC company, the ARC corporation.
Exactly.
Yeah, I totally get it. So I am come in with like a couple of crates, and I'm gonna come in as a blue coat, and I'm gonna approach the guards. And it's like official business. I got a couple of crates that needs to be loaded, and some last minute stuff, and some personal documentation that needs to be transported out of the city.
Yeah, right, mate. No problem. Can we see what's inside?
Whoa. And I kind of turn behind. I put the crates behind me. It's like, nope.
Can I see your papers then?
And I see you want to see papers. Okay.
I would telepathically tell him, like, just let him check the crates.
And I was like,
He already said he'd let you in. He just wants to look into the crate.
Okay. First, I need your name. Just give me your name. That's all I ask.
Oh, Donald. What does it matter?
Donald? Is Donald your name?
Donald.
Hold on. Okay, here you go. Because if you mess up anything in this crates and it gets back to me, I just say you open it and you decide to mess with it. And when my captain finds out, I just giving you your name. That's it. That's all I'm saying. Here you go. Take a look.
The one guard looks at the other guard and he goes, Is this for upstairs?
Of course it's for upstairs. Why am I in the middle of the night with 2 crates in my hand coming here during lockdown?
I apologize. I understand. Yeah. And he like waves away the other guard and he goes and winks at you and opens.
And I go,
Then we would all follow behind.
and I kind of like try to delay and make sure that everybody gets through without making too much noise. And I go to Udon. It's like, no hard feelings, buddy. I know you're just doing your job. Don't worry about it. I'm doing my job. You're doing your job. Small banter. As soon as I think that everybody got through, it's like, I'll see you in a bit. And I'll make my way up.
Alright, just please put in a good word for me. You know, like I'm done with these graveyard shifts.
You got it, buddy. And we'll start making our way to the ship.
You guys begin your long, arduous march up the sky tower stairs. How long does invisibility last? An hour?
Yeah.
You guys are about 3/4 of the way up. 3/4 of the way up. Invisibility runs out. Your feet are sore and tired, and it's a long fucking march.
Yeah, the
And
effect would
what
suddenly
you-
expire, and John would gasp. Ugh, I can't hold it anymore. Are we there yet? I feel like we're gonna die in these stairs.
It was like,
It's dark out, right?
yeah. It's a bit
It's
of
dark as fuck, but
Salt's just been levitating
there are
the whole
lamps
time.
all the way up the sky tower.
Salt's just been levitating the whole time. He's like, John, all this hard work is good for you.
No.
It
you're cheating.
builds character. Keep marching.
Uh,
Look at those legs.
This is what it feels like to be old.
They're gonna be the envy of Baygate before we're done.
Gosh.
At least you're not carrying about the weight.
hurts. Everything hurts. Why is it hard to breathe?
That's life, buddy. It just gets worse from here.
I look at Aslan. Is he gonna be okay?
He's dramatic.
Dramatic. I'm fighting for my life over here.
This is nothing what the beast folk put you through.
He shrugs. City
Water.
people.
I need water.
Jan, you can get water when we get to the top. If you have water now, you're just gonna fall over and you're gonna lie down.
Aslan, carry me, please.
Aslan, don't carry him.
Don't listen to him, Aslan. Please help me. I need you, buddy. He says as he puts his hands around his neck and he begins to hang on him. Or to try to hang on him at least.
I mean, he'll keep trudging up the stairs, I guess, but your legs are just gonna drag on the steps. I don't think that'll be comfortable.
Hold me, Aslan.
You're just walking up. Your shins are hitting against the steps.
John would let
You
go,
guys-
and he would just remain laying there on the stairs, face down for a moment.
What you guys notice as you make your long, arduous march up and the tedium ticks by is that in the pale glow of these lamps that seem to light the stairs, the spiral staircase goes on the outside of some internal structure that makes up the center of the sky tower. And as you're getting bored and looking in and marching up your 6,000th stair, in case you've been counting, you notice that this internal structure seems to be made up of large, perfectly aligned, seamless, black marble bricks, placed together as if there was no seams between them, and forming one large, impenetrable structure.
Nice. Are we there yet?
You can be if you'd like to.
No, John, we're not. Sit down. Don't make me turn this car around.
Yeah, right.
While I am sitting here, I can't help but notice this marbling. It looks kind of familiar, doesn't it?
Yeah, I guess it was made out of marble.
Well, you know what, John?
Well, it kind of looks like the monument, but I don't hear voices, he says as he runs a hand across the stone.
You hear voices too?
Every now and then.
Yeah, he's crazy.
I'm just crazy. I mean, not because of that. But it's more these powers that I have. I seem to be able to perceive things that others can't. And it's
Sounds
not
like
all in my head. What?
I put my I put my hand on John's shoulder. It's like, John, I know this. It seems like there's more to this structure than it looks, but I kind of like make him look at his mom. It's like, we need to get your mama out of here. We need to get her safe before we cause any more ruckus here.
Wait, I'm so sorry.
John's mom is not with you guys.
Yeah, no.
No.
I thought we were getting them out, getting her out.
No, we're going somewhere different.
Not into the middle of-
Oh, that's right. That's right. I totally forgot. And it's like, then I rephrase as, John, we got a task we got to finish. We could look at the structure at another time, but shit's about to sail, and I would like to be on it than not on it.
All right, I guess I'm the only one that remembers.
No, I can kind of see it. I'm a little frustrated we can't really seem to do much about it right now.
True. There's just something to keep in mind.
Sure.
I can't believe I never noticed this before.
Well, we could add it to
closest you've ever been to the skytower. You would never have taken these stairs before.
Right. But all right, I think I've caught my breath. Let's keep going.
You hear a call from above. All aboard! You guys look from the tower and to the eastern horizon. Earlier than most other people around, see a vague orange glow start to rise.
If we're close by, it's like, oi, blue coat business. I got some special crates and some VIPs that need to be boarded. Hold the ship.
At the top, you do notice 2 ARC guards, and as you approach, a third figure, cloaked in black from behind them, sort of pushes past and pushes them aside. Shakes his head to the side, gestures you aboard.
Okay. I wave everybody in. It's like, this way, sir. This way, madam. This way, sir. This way, lion man. And I step in with the 2 crates.
Right.
John will look around once they're in the airship, saying out loud, "So where's our contact? Is she here?"
As you do, you see the same hooded figure, still standing on the gangplank, puts a single foot onto the airship and kicks it away. He drops his hood and you see a pair of bright eyes. He blows you a little kiss and seems to be making his way descending down the stairs.
The ship.
I don't like
walks
that.
down John's spine and he says, "Ugh, he's so creepy."
I don't like him.
Yeah, I don't like him either. Especially when he stabbed me and he burned the hell out of your back with that flask of acid.
He did. I remember that.
Who is he? Why are we consorting with this person?
That's a great question. I think it's because they're the only ones who believe us about the tide trying to take over the world or whatever it is they're doing.
They're part of the Watchers, a secret organization that fights against the invaders.
Okay.
You probably never heard of them. They're very exclusive.
Nope.
But
Has anyone explained to her about the tide and all that? No? Okay.
And I think with that, it's a great place to end the session. Good as any, right? As the party, seemingly on a small boat attached to a giant blimp, float towards the eastern horizon, towards the Spirehold, towards unknown futures. If you'd like to find out what happens, you're very welcome to join us. Same place, same time, next week. Give us a follow on Twitch, give us a subscribe on YouTube. And until then, good luck on all your future quests, and merry all future rolls. Be natural 20s. Except for the ones that are quite funny when they're natural ones. May those be natural ones. Good luck until next week. Goodbye, everybody. See you next time, same place, same time, on Quest and Quill.
Bye.